Hi, welcome to your Wellness by Jasmine Well Tip of the Day. I'm Jasmine Bryant, a certified holistic health coach and a global essential oils educator. And I want to give you 6 tips to help you deal with stress and anxious feelings during a super stressful time. So, the first thing, number 1 tip that I want to share with you is to accept if you're feeling overwhelmed and if you're feeling anxious. It's okay to not be okay. And I think a lot of people try to soldier up and have a stiff upper lip and tell themselves everything's going to be okay, but inside they're spiraling. And so I just want you to know that it's okay for you to not be okay. But what's not okay is wallowing in it. So these next 5 tips are going to help you to get out of those feelings of overwhelm and those feelings of anxiousness. So tip number 2 is to take a deep breath. In fact, take several deep breaths. I love to grab a nice grounding essential oil and then take a nice deep breath in and then exhale. And so you don't want it to be a, right? You want to take a nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Try to do that at least 5 times. Take at least 5 measured breaths, 5 intentional breaths, and that can help to ground you. So that brings me to tip number 3. Have an attitude of gratitude. So what does that mean? That means think of things that you are thankful for every single day. And don't just think it up here, say it out loud and write it down. And what this is going to do for you is when the whole world seems like it's too negative and there are too many things that are crashing down on you, and when you're mourning the fact that your life doesn't look like it did a month ago, when you think about all of the things that you're actually grateful for, all of the things that you're thankful for, all of the things that make you happy, then you are able to push a lot of those negative thoughts out of your mind and out of your consciousness and bring in the happy, bring in the things that are going to help you to not feel as overwhelmed or not feel as anxious as you may have been feeling. Here's tip number 4. Find an activity that you enjoy and do it. You know that long list of projects that you've been putting off until someday? Take that list and do something on it. Maybe you've always wanted to start a garden. Well, order some plants online, order some seeds online, and get gardening. Maybe you have a hobby that you have put to the side years ago. Pick it back up. See if you still love it. Just find something that you enjoy doing and do it. That is going to be so huge for your psyche. That is going to be so huge to help you to not feel that sense of overwhelm and anxiousness. So here's tip number 5, and this is a super important tip, so I really want to make sure you pay attention to this one. Turn off the television. Take a break from social media. Take a break from watching the news. We've got a 24-hour news cycle, so that just means it is all the easier for you to sit in front of your television, sit in front of your tablet, sit in front of your computer, sit in front of your smartphone, and watch all of the horror stories that are happening around the world in your own town, and just internalizing all of those things. And when you're seeing it over and over and over again, those feelings of overwhelm and those feelings of stress, those feelings of dread, those feelings are going to be compounded. So take a break from all of those things. It's okay. Take that break and do tip number 4, which was find an activity that you enjoy and do it. So that leads me to our last tip, tip number 6, which is find someone to talk to. I know that so many of us are so busy rushing around normally that we don't have time to really create or maintain social connections. And when we're doing things like social distancing, it seems that keeping those social connections can be a lot more difficult. Well, with the advent of technology, it's not as hard as it used to be. So have a Zoom call with a friend, talk to someone that you haven't spoken to in a long time, write a note. When was the last time you actually wrote by hand a letter and put it in the mailbox to send to someone to brighten their day? So you can talk to people, and who knows, maybe someone is feeling alone and despondent, and your phone call is going to be the difference in their day. So you are not only getting a nice social connection, but you're giving a social connection as well, because this is a time when it is very easy to shut away from everyone and everything. And now more than ever, you want to have those social connections. So I hope these tips have been helpful for you. And if you just need to talk, I'm at wellnessbyjasmine.com.